Well, first of all, welcome back to the island life of us. It's been quite some time since we published a vlog. It's been a whole year since we recorded.
Real time.
Yeah, since a real-time vlog. So we're back. We didn't mean to take a year off.
It just happened.
Yeah, quite a lot has happened in the last 12 months, and we're going to recap a few things that have been going on for us in the last little while, as well as get you up to date with where we are now, because we're hoping to start sharing regular vlogs again, just of our island life and the things that are going on for us.
The last episode we actually filmed was the build series, and that was the completion of beach house number 4 and 5, which is Kiso and Humbly. They're finished, they're in use.
They're amazing.
I think that build series, the build actually just about broke me. It's 10 to 9 and I'm only just about to put the first coat of paint on.
If you can't tell, it's absolute chaos because we've got people cutting on top of other people, or drilling on top of other people on, what do we call it?
The extreme remote island block.
Island block with no buttings.
That was tough, truly.
Yeah.
If you want to see those episodes, we'll link them in the description below, so that if you're interested in seeing what it's like building on a remote tropical island. Without the roof on, our chances of working through this forecasted terrible weather, with everything going wrong, pretty much.
I can't even watch myself in those videos.
No, I've rewatched a couple of them and it's painful.
I look like, yeah.
You're a zombie.
Alright, slight change of plans.
Anyway, we kind of recovered from the build. During the build, we were also pregnant.
You were travelling back to Australia.
We went back and forward quite a lot. I left the island in July for a few months leading up to the birth of our third child, and Jay stayed on a little bit longer.
Yeah, I did 2 weeks by myself.
Still plastering.
Just doing all the last little patches. And dinner brought up.
I took both of the kids back with me.
Oh yeah, I've never been without the kids. I had never been away from Arlie.
Ever.
Oh, do you remember how upset he got me in the plane?
It was traumatic.
Oh my goodness.
If anybody saw my Instagram stories, that was one hell of a day. And then the couple of weeks after that were really challenging for us as well. And then you eventually...
Well, I stayed back to finish Chyla, our new family home, which we're in and loving.
And I actually think a lot of people would be really interested to see a house tour. Let us know in the comments below if you're interested to see a tour of our new house. And we're still completing it. It's a work in progress.
It's a live in progress.
It's a live in progress. So we're living in it, we're loving it. And recently...
It's a life in progress.
Recently, we've just completed the steps down to the beach, down the front of our house, and maybe we can share some of that in this video, but that basically gives us access to the incredible coral reef out the front, and yeah, it's amazing. But I'm really looking forward to sharing a full house tour. So on top of completing the things here in Chyla, we're actually now building again. We're not filming it, but we're building the last final beach house for the resort.
It's a 2-bedroom house, like the larger of the 2 we did in the last build series.
Yeah.
And it's the final piece of the puzzle, which is it's
exciting. It's
very exciting. A little bit sad as well in a way that kind of it's all coming to an end, but it never really is. There's always work to be done.
There's so much to do. So for a few months in 2023, we were living in Australia. We found an awesome apartment in Currumbin on the Gold Coast, and that was where we were settled, ready for the birth of our son. Darwin arrived perfectly on time. We had a beautiful birth, and
there is a birth vlog, which we've published already.
We've just published that recently, even though he's already almost 8 months old.
In a long lost dream, it's where I'll find you. With the wind blowing through your hair, brings me to my knees. In a long lost dream, it's where I'll find you. Oh, the look in your eyes makes me feel alive again. Begging, please. Come with me, begging please, come with me, 'cause there's no one else like you, 'cause there's no one else like you, said there's no one else like you, and there's no one else like you. It's where I'll find you. Oh, the look in your eyes makes me feel alive again. Taking chances, I wind up alive. And I'll choose you, no matter the cost. I would run to the end of the world just to be with you, just to be with you, my love. Will you wait up? Will you wait up? Will you wait again? Will you wait up? Will you wait again? In a long lost dream,
Darwin.
it's where I'll find you. When I open my eyes, hope that you're by my side.
And now we're a family of 5.
Yeah, still coming to terms with that.
Yeah, it's busy.
So we moved back quite early actually. Darwin was only 8 weeks old and we were trying to settle into our new home, our new life, being a family of 5, the kids with a new sibling. There was a lot going on.
And moving into this house was brand new. A lot of things weren't running properly yet.
And then Darwin got sick.
We'd all been quite sick just as we moved back, and little Darwin was quite unwell for several days, and we decided that he needed to be evacuated because he was under 12 weeks of life. He was still in that risky period. He'd had a fever for a good while, and our doctor advised it was a good idea to come back to Australia. And on the day that I flew out with him, he started leaking discharge from both of his ears, and he had actually perforated both of his eardrums and had really severe ear infections. So I got him back to Australia. That was a whole disaster in itself, but we got back and he ended up in hospital. And then towards the end of his stay in hospital, he was doing quite well and recovering, and then I got COVID, Darwin got COVID, my mum got COVID, and I was hit really bad. I think I was so fatigued and exhausted from the whole thing, dealing with Darwin being sick, that it just totally smashed me. So
Well, you completely missed a lot of big warning signs. It ended up that Katie had COVID pneumonia. She was then admitted in hospital for 5 days.
yeah, it was
And
rough.
that got really touch and go because we didn't know what would need to happen with her and the options for treatment whilst breastfeeding. So I then jumped on a plane and flew back to Australia. However, I had the kids with me and it was Pacific Games time, so it took us almost 3 days to get home.
Yeah, it was
There was a cyclone
terrible.
overhead at the time. It was just such a stressful
You couldn't
time.
write a book about it,
No.
honestly.
Going home, we're going home, we're going home, yeah.
At that point, I feel like we were just in survival mode, just trying to get through it. And so
Yeah.
we ended up back in Australia. Soon after moving back here to the island, we were back in Australia for 5 weeks. I was back for 5-6 weeks. So we made it back to Upi right before Christmas, and then this beginning portion of the year, we've just been trying to get on top of life. Yeah, we've recovered okay now and everything's good. We advertised for a position here and we found Mollie.
So she's helping out with all sorts of stuff, enabling us to be more present in the resort and perform our functions here. And she's also helping out a lot with the kids and their education. She happens to be a fully qualified teacher, which is fantastic. So it takes a lot of the stress off that for us. And
She's doing a great job. The kids adore
It's
her.
unreal.
And it's just made life a whole lot easier for us.
Adds another dimension to their education as well, which is really,
And
really
she's cool. It's nice to
She's
have
cool.
someone cool around. What do you think of school with Mollie? Is it good? Is she a great teacher? Do you feel pretty lucky we've got Mollie? Whoa, look at that.
There's 2 eelfish down there. Look, Molly,
What
there's
type of eel?
eelfishes.
It's a moray.
Two morays.
Ooh.
And these Right.
A new slate for doing school data collection underwater. What are we looking for underwater today?
Something to learn about tomorrow.
Yeah? A new creature?
Yeah.
What's something you'd like to see that we haven't seen yet?
Hammerhead.
Hammerhead, that'd be cool. What about an octopus? Has Molly seen an octopus yet?
No.
Okay.
But I've already seen them mating.
Yeah.
But Billy has.
Alright, let's get our sunscreen on and get out there. Everyone, this is Molly. Hello. Molly's a kid's new teacher and helping us out here on the island for the next little while. Do you want to tell us something about yourself, Molly?
Yes, I'm 29 years old. I'm from England, but I've been living in New Zealand for 4 years. I'm a qualified teacher, so I've been teaching for about 3 years. This is my 4th year. Yeah, and been here for like two and a half months now.
Yeah, and how are you liking it so far?
Loving it,
yeah.
so cool.
So you'll get to see Molly in lots of our videos coming up and doing lots of cool stuff with the kids. Woohoo! So the cool thing about having someone new here with us and sort of living the island life, well, Molly's getting the chance to do some really cool things. She's learning to dive. We've been on a few adventures already. Now, we just want to get back into the rhythm of island life and getting out there underwater, diving. We've actually been for our first dive back, for my first dive since being pregnant and giving birth and doing all those things. So, yeah, we had a really beautiful dive.
Is that going on this video?
What?
The dive?
Yeah.
Ah, cool.
Here's the
That's what you're gonna check
dive.
out.
We went for a dive. we're hoping that we can get back to really regular vlogs and sharing our life with you, because it is a really rewarding part of living this kind of lifestyle, is being able to be connected with you. And I feel like a lot of people have left really beautiful comments throughout this past 12 months while we've been a little bit absent. And I feel like we've got a really nice community of people here.
Yeah.
So we read every single comment. We love when you comment. Anytime you like, comment, and subscribe to our channel, that's helping us out. And hopefully we'll be bringing you lots of cool island life vlogs this year. Let us know if there's anything in particular you want to see, or something, if there's anything that we've forgotten to update you on. It's just a brief update, this one. Yeah, let us know.
And we'll see Darwin at the end.
We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Liana.
Liana.
Let me hold down.
It's okay, you climb up here. You say hi? Arlo's still down doing puzzles down at the schoolhouse. But here is our gorgeous little Darwin boy. You say hi?
Who's that?
Or don't look at the, don't look at that. Look at this.
Who's this?
Who's that?
Who's that? You getting big smiles for them?
You wanna say hi? And welcome to YouTube, Darwin. People can only say nice things because you're so cute. Yeah? You're so cute. Until we let you free dive on a shipwreck, and then everyone will be all mean. Won't they? All the judgmental, negative Nancy's. We won't let those messages get to you. Oh!
Oh, what was that?
Can you say Liana? Liana! 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 Yeah! You say Liana? Liana!
Liana.
Liana! He's very cute. I think we make cute babies. What do you reckon?
I reckon.
Okay.
That's
Bye.
enough. Alright.
No fart noises.
No fart noises while we're filming.
Philly and Darwin are playing outside. So it might be a bit fart noisy. We'll see. Alright.
What are you doing?
So we don't look at ourselves.
But how do I know
Look
if
at
I'm
the camera.
blocking it?
Don't worry about it.